Well, hello there. How is everyone? I hope you're all well. So, look, some of you may have seen this, some of you may not have seen this. But look, I wanted to talk about it. I want you to let me know at the end of this video, down below, exactly what your thoughts are on it. Were they right? Were they wrong? Was it a little bit of 6 of one and half a dozen of the other? But what am I talking about, I hear you say? Get on with it. So what I'm talking about is the arrest of Curtis Media. Now, who's Curtis Media, I hear you say? For those of you who obviously don't know what I'm talking about. Curtis Media was the person who was, how can I say, reporting in the Nicola Bulley case, boots on the ground in the area. And they were the person who made a very, very controversial video that would show the extraction of Nicola's body from the River Wye. And look, everybody kind of lost their mind about it. And I can understand why. I think there is a line that you kind of have to decide whether you're going to cross that or not. You have to decide whether something that you do, what is going to be the benefit of that. And even me, I do and say things that are obviously controversial at times, but even I have limits. And I do feel I struggle with thinking of what that video specifically, the purpose of it was beyond garnering clicks and views. And I'm not saying that what Curtis Media had done up to that point was not fantastic and shouldn't have been done and all that jazz. What I'm saying is that specific video. But hold on a second. What we have then got to see is, look, they got arrested for it. But it weren't just an arrest. It weren't just a case of they reached out to this guy and went, look, you need to come in and have a chat with us. They basically went to his elderly, I think they're his grandparents, and they did a full-blown Brian Koberger-style extraction on his house. They had floodlights on the house. They were banging around the house. They went into the house and the whole 9 yards. The link to the video is in the description of this video, and he goes in depth in what they actually did. And it's quite horrendous. It is quite horrendous how he was treated. And I know some people are going to argue and they're going to turn around and say, well, hold on a second. He didn't really think about how this video was going to be received. And he should have perhaps thought about how people would be affected by showing that. But again, this seems again like retaliation. We saw in the Nicola Bulley case, we saw some very, very private information being released to the public that seemed to be almost as a backlash to things, to statements that have been made on social media, almost in a deflective tone, as if to say, don't look at us, here, have that, and throw that into the ring. It came up, I'm not saying that 100% that's why it was done, but because of the timing of it, that's how it came across. And it's the same with this situation. It seems almost like retaliation. And that doesn't bode well. Police have a duty to perform a job and to perform it within the realms of the law itself. Do you know what I mean? There are rules that they have to follow. There are procedures that they have to follow. And I just wonder, like I said, you go and have a listen to it and see whether you think that those procedures were followed. And what frustrates me in particular is because cases like this are quite personal to me, because we're dealing with a situation ourselves at the moment with malicious communications. And I've had to reach out to law enforcement 3 times. And each of these times I've been told something is going to happen, something is going to be done, I'm going to be contacted back, and I haven't been. And we're having to chase them again And as we're chasing, things are escalating further and further and becoming worse and worse. And look, it's not... How can I say? I just wonder how many times when people go to law enforcement and we see their jobs not being done properly, how things are going to get better. I have another situation with a police officer that I know is being abusive to somebody, that they are actively performing in emotional abuse and manipulation, and that has been reported and hidden by the office where they work. And I'm not spinning you a yarn. This is true. This is honest. And some of you who have been around the channel for a while, especially members, I believe, you'll know what I'm talking about and who I'm talking about. But it ain't right. It isn't right. We're consistently seeing failings in law enforcement. I don't even have to mention some of the law enforcement surnames that will bring shock and disgust, like Cousins and co. But Nicola Bulley's case was not handled right. It wasn't handled right from the start. They were asking for dash cam footage that they didn't really need. They were given road names that were incorrect. They didn't manage the search itself properly. It took them, 3 days to appoint somebody in charge, physically in charge of that investigation, like an operations manager who was handling everything. 3 days. The site with which she went missing was not cordoned off. Public was still able to access that. They placed the family in a position where they themselves had to reach out and make videos to appeal for help, which ultimately came back and harmed the case and themselves massively, and they could have been avoided. And again, the aforementioned personal statements that were released, seemingly as retaliation, certainly no way were they going to help in finding Nicola. But let me know down below what you think. Was this arrest warranted? And if it was warranted, because I can understand that some of you will feel it was, and perhaps, again, I struggle with thinking, what was the purpose of that video in particular? And there has been bigger YouTubers pulled off of this platform for showing shocking content. You know, you've got to draw a line. There has got to be a point where you say, what, if I upload this, what am I uploading it for, and what is the impact going to be? But that being said, was the way in which the arrest was carried out, was the treatment of this individual, was it right? And if it wasn't, then does it show that this entire outfit that was around this case have continuously acted inappropriately, wrongfully? Let me know down below. And if you don't see me again, that's because I've probably been arrested myself. Until next time, have a fantastic weekend.